Hello and welcome to Smiling Strings beginner videos. As noted before, these videos are intended to supplement your Smiling Strings beginner manual and to help you, the grown-up, help your child practice the violin. If you haven't watched the welcome video and the getting started video yet, watch those first before continuing with this one. In this video we will demonstrate open string songs. Many of the first songs that your child will learn use what we call open strings. An open string is what we call a string when no fingers are placed down on it. Many of the beginner songs have lyrics, and you can sing them to help cue your child. We learn open string songs to develop the skill of playing with the bow. Making a good sound with the bow is a very complex task, but we can boil it down to a few guiding principles. Number 1, watch the bow where it is touching the string. The spot where it makes the best sound, called the contact point, is right between the bridge and the fingerboard. Don't let the bow slide over the fingerboard like this while playing. Number 2, keep your bow on the string the entire time. Roll the bow from string to string rather than lifting it and placing it back down on the new string. Your elbow should move up and down for the appropriate string height as you roll the bow to a new string. The bow should never be off the string or in the air in the middle of the song. It is always touching a string during most songs. Number 3, the bow should stay straight, meaning parallel to the bridge and the edge of the fingerboard. Right on the highway, in the middle of the road, whatever your teacher might call it. Here is an example of a bow that is not straight, so watch out for this. Number 4, your child's teacher will probably mark a part of the bow that he or she wants your child to use. They'll mark the part with stickers or some other visual that is easy for your child to see. Challenge, ask, remind, suggest to your child to stay in that part of the bow. Stay, meaning the part of the bow that your teacher has marked, is the part of the bow that is touching the string. These 4 rules are really simplifying how to use the bow. And if you watch a professional violinist, you may see them break all these rules. But these rules are good for getting started. Please don't try to call your child's attention to all 4 rules at once. Pick one. Challenging your child to watch their bow the whole time is a great way to focus on the bow. It builds their hand-to-eye coordination as well as their concentration. Of course, we also want to make sure that we are playing with relaxed posture and an excellent bow hand too. Ready for the songs? Yes! Me too. Open string song number 1, the eek song. During the first week, your child will probably learn the eek song. After all that talk about keep the bow this and make the bow that, this song is a plucking song. The technical word for plucking the strings is pizzicato. Isn't that a great word? The eek song is a fun song that is useful in building finger dexterity and learning the name of each string. This is how it goes. Eek, 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 all the little ants, 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 ants go marching down, 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 down into the ground, ground, ground. Fun, right? And this is what it looks like when a kid plays it on the violin. Eek, 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 all the little ants, 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 ants go marching down, 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 down into the ground, ground, ground. Your child's teacher might teach something called guitar position and have them play it like this. Eek, 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 all the little ants, 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 ants go marching down, 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 down into the ground, ground, ground. And the next way we use this song is to build left hand finger dexterity. We hold the violin in playing position and pluck the strings using our left hand fingers like this. Eek, 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 all the little ants, 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 ants go marching down, 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 down into the ground, ground, ground. Tips for practicing the eek song. Try using a different finger for each pluck. Crouch down as the ants go down into the ground. And remember to be as silly as possible when singing the eek parts. The name of each open string is the first letter of those repeated words. E, A, D, and G, in case you were wondering. Okay? Cool. Open string song number 2, the twinkle variation. Twinkle variations are very short rhythms that are the first things that people play with the bow, and they are usually introduced sometime in the first 3 weeks depending on how quickly every child in the class is able to hold the bow and violin properly and easily. First is variation A. All violin teachers have their own words or lyrics for all these variations. For example, your teacher may call variation A pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza is what it is called in the manual, but some teachers call it Charlie Brown and Snoopy or Mississippi hot dog. My personal favorite is Taka Taka Stop Stop. The list goes on. Variation B is this. I say run pony, but that's just one way. It is called hamburger, hamburger in the manual. Hamburger, hamburger. These variations should be practiced hundreds and hundreds of times, 25 to 50 of each a day at least. If you want to earn an A+, go for more. This is when it is helpful for a 5, 6, or 7-year-old to have a grown-up counter/motivator. Aside from the list I mentioned earlier, the one about watching the bow, make sure your child is matching the rhythm. If your child's pepperoni pizza sounds like pepperoni pizza, you should have your child clap the rhythms until clapping the rhythm is easy for your child.
I want pizza! Hey! Are you ready to play?
Open string song number 3, the flower song. The flower song is fairly universal among all our teachers. This is how it is sung, and this is how it is played. See the pretty flowers sitting in the garden, red and pink and yellow. They make me so happy. First, play the pepperoni pizza on A, then E again, and then back to A. Red and pink and yellow, they make me so happy. Tips on making this song fun. Be silly with the lyrics like the colors line. Orange and brown and fuchsia. You can also try varying the speed or tempo for you music aficionados out there. Remember what we talked about earlier too. Open string song number 4, the seagull song. The seagull song offers more practice at making a good tone, watching your bow and rolling the bow from string to string, like the flower song does. Here is how it is sung. See the seagull swoop and soar. See the seagull fly some more.
Mine?
And this is what it looks like when a kid plays it on their violin. Notice how the bow rolls from string to string and the performer is keeping their eyes on the contact point. The bow starts on the A string and generally goes back and forth except for a part in the middle where it stays on A. Happy practicing!